Hey, what's really good? It's your girl LaTangela Fay. And of course, it always does my heart well to have those in the hot seat and on the tan line that's doing some amazing things across the capital city, the state, and the world. Now, when I talk about the party starter, I'm talking about the guy who is like the entrepreneur of the year. And I'm going to give you that tag because you deserve it. We have none other than Joey Angelo. How are you?
What's going on, Tan? How are you? I'm good. I'm
So
good.
far, so good.
So far, so good. Exactly.
This
And
is your
about
first
to get
trip
the
to the
party started right now. I mean, it's 5 o'clock
absolutely.
somewhere, right?
That's right. And you know, here it's 5 o'clock twice a day. So I mean,
Trust me, I know. From experience, I know.
and you
I
know
know.
what? It's like you are that guy that's always full of energy, full of life, and bringing excitement to everything that you touch. And
Oh,
as
thank
an
you.
entrepreneur, I know that those wheels are always turning, right? But I've got questions that need answers.
Fire away,
All
Tan. Fire
right,
away.
now that I've got you in the hot seat in the tan line, you know, the pandemic taught us a lot. It sat us still on this island. It gave us either some time to think life through or to get creative and say, when I bust out of here, this is what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
So how did that work out for you as
You
an
know, it was
entrepreneur
more,
and getting your mind
it
together?
was more the latter. It's funny. It's right around this time last year. Um, I was a partner in a tequila company that I owned. You know, the whole world was on hold, obviously.
Yeah.
There's no restaurants, there's no bars, there's no hotels, there's nothing. I mean, that's my core customer, you know what I mean? So there was a lot of like just downtime and thinking. And, I really wanted to jump into the can space. And then just as a consumer, I got very much into the seltzers and such. And when it gets into the tequila ones, I couldn't wrap my hands around one I really enjoyed. They're either very like seltzer, like no taste, like a nothing burger,
Mhm.
or they're syrup. And there
Right.
was nothing like full flavored in the middle that didn't have crazy calories, that had full flavor. And long story short, I thought I could build a better mousetrap.
I love it. A better
Yeah.
mousetrap. And we're all
Yeah.
caught up at this point, because you hear a lot of people saying, I have this idea, but the market is so oversaturated. I mean, honey, listen, everybody's going to need some hair. Everybody's going to need some makeup. Everybody's going to need something of something, and we'll never run out of a shortage. So why not give them a better option? And once you realize that something was just quite off with yours, what got you to the starting line? Because it's hard.
Yeah. So, again, I was in the tequila space already. So, I kind of had a head start. I've owned my own company. I've operated. I know that space. I know distribution. I know the 3-tier system. I know importing alcohol. So I got with my partners and we weren't married to tequila at that point, but it made a lot of sense. So we all kind of
Mhm.
collaborated. We wanted to do something together for many years. We've all worked in the industry separately for different companies.
Right.
We wanted to creatively do something together, and tequila and mezcal were the thing that really excited us the most. So we just went for it. And we were fortunate enough, here you go, a little plug,
SIP Margs,
to
best
trade.
tasting margarita, period.
Yeah, that was not easy. Trademark attorneys don't like you taking this name. They
Right.
they they said it's like pizza. You can't own pizza. But we were able to do it, and it's really everything. Obviously, it's abbreviation for the margarita, the world's most popular cocktail. So we're excited.
Right. And here it is. Once you got with your partners, you got with the attorneys. Now, not only as a consumer, but you've been in this business for years. What has been that pivotal moment, where you said, now is the time for us to really shift gears and to get this going because the franchise itself is growing. It's not just a thought or an idea or something that's on the shelf in the crib. It's on the shelf in stores and worldwide
Yeah,
markets now.
yeah. No, you nailed it, Tan. You nailed it. That's that's exactly it. It was a race to market. Once we made that decision, we're doing it. Pardon my French, we're doing it. And then it's a race to market. Thankfully, with my partner's experience and my tequila background, we were able to kind of cut the line a little bit, which would
Mhm.
probably take 24 months to go to market. I think for pretty much anybody else, we're able to get to market by Cinco de Mayo. We did it in about 6 months.
What?
We
Is there a
really
better
hit.
day to touch the market? I mean,
No, and that's the thing. And that was like in our head, like we have to Cinco, Cinco, Cinco. So it was just, that was the deadline and that was that. So we really hit the gas. We did a really like knockout design, super
Yeah.
premium, clean. And that's what it was all about. And then when it came to the recipe, I mean, that's the hardest part. So, you know, to hit the macronutrients, to get around 100 calories, keep that sugar low, keep the carbs low, but still taste amazing. It's not easy. There's a reason why a lot of them aren't great. I'll put it like that.
He said, I knew I could do it better. And this is why. And I need the hat too.
And
you know what I
I'll
mean?
send you one of these too.
How important is it for entrepreneurs to really align themselves with business partners that have the same vision or the same drive?
You know, I think it's two parts. First of all, number one, the most important. But I think it's also important to find business partners that aren't like you. You know, I was fortunate enough that, you know, everybody kind of has their box, and that's really what works. And in past businesses I invested in, you know, if everybody is, you know, that type A, go, 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 and like, you know, you really need somebody to balance you out, just like any good relationship. So I think as long as everybody stays in their box and you're, you know, number one at what you do, I think it's a recipe for success.
That's good. Now, I know that we're here in the South, you're out on the East Coast, but if we want to get our hands on the product, we want to turn up for the next party. How do we partake in SIP MARGS?
We're going to be there very soon. New Orleans is very important to us. So we're going to be launching probably this time next year. But in the meantime, just go to our website. It's sipmargs.com, and you could order whatever you want. It'll be there in a couple of days.
Good. And I see that you have a couple of flavors. So tell us a little bit about those before we let you go.
So, you know, we wanted to do this properly. So, you know, obviously we have the original. It's a classic margarita. I use organic cane sugar. That's huge. So when you taste a lot of these ones and it's like a bad Diet Coke and it tastes weird and fake, it's because it is. So the stevia and all the monk fruit and all that, it doesn't work with alcohol. We're using organic cane sugar, premium tequila, and seltzer. And that's it. And it's all right there. But then we have a mango, which actually became our #1 flavor out of nowhere. I did not predict it, but people go crazy over the mango.
Awesome.
We have the coconut made with real coconut water, which is absolutely outrageous. Now, here's the kicker. You ready for this one?
Let's do it.
Hands down. This is the G-Wagon.
That's the one that you were banking on before mango took over.
Oh my God. Matte black. It's nothing. It's the mezcal Rita. This is for the bad boys and girls. So it's not, you got to be up for it.
I love it, and I love you. Before I let you go, we have a segment. It is called Dear 2021. You can either leave a letter of expectancy to the year because you expect something, or you can leave a letter of inspiration because someone needs to be inspired for the rest of the year. We're walking it down, but you have to kick it off.
I like
Dear 2021.
Okay. All right. I think of more of a message. Dear 2021. Be kind to others, especially because you don't know what people are going through every day. And I think that's super important. Everybody goes about their daily life. And I think it's very important to take that minute and be super kind to people, period. But especially because you don't know what other people are going through. You just don't.
So true. So true. And you know what? The next time you make the field trip to Louisiana, I'll see you soon. In the meantime, I want you to hold it down for me and tell your brother John I said hello, and that he's running a close second right now because you're like my favorite, but don't tell him because you know he's sensitive. So
he's the sensitive brother.
And it's okay because we love him.
We do.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. And thank your listeners. And I appreciate you. And I'm going to come see you very soon.
Absolutely. You are the real MVP, and don't you dare let them tell you differently.
Thank you, Tam. God bless.